Hey guys, and welcome to my Morrowind Tanky Templar build at the moment. It's a quite tanky build for a no CP campaign or for Battlegrounds, and I've only just put it out because it's not really finished, but I wanted to show what different sets you can be running since I've had to drop my old sets because the sustain was no good. But let's quickly begin and I'll show you what I've done. So I've kept relatively the same skills, it's just one set I've changed out for the build is I've swapped out soulshine for Reposte. So you see I've had soulshine on the front bar, but now I've got the Reposte. So we got a dual wield on the front bar. The 5-piece is when you take critical damage, you apply mana main to the enemy for 15 seconds, reducing their damage by 15%. And the 2, 3 and 4 piece is probably one of the best for a sustain set. So what the build is you need 2 sharpened Reposte swords, as you can see, and on the resto you want a Reposte. Obviously you can get precise, but I'm looking to change it into a defending staff because the resistance of 5k is probably worth more and is more important in a no CP battleground or a no CP campaign. But it's like the precise does give you a lot of crit compared to having no crit at all. So then we got a Valkyn Scoria impen light, a heavy rattle cage, and I'm wearing 5 rattle cage on the body, bear in mind, and the monster set is Valkyn, as you can see, both impen. Impen rattle cage on the body, another rattle cage girdle, rattle cage gauntlets, rattle cage greaves, and rattle cage sabatons. They're all in impen. I've run all of them to be Magicka enchantments except for the stamina stamina boots, as in there's only one small piece that I've made stamina and I just find it to be better for me. A visible post necklace with Magicka recovery enchantment, a ring with a Magicka recovery with enchantment, and another ring which is the same. So how we would play this out is you would buff up on your back bar. Let me go through the skills actually. The front bar, I'm using literally the same skills as my soulshine build, which was puncturing sweeps, radiant oppression, aurora javelin, dark flare, inner light, and ice comet. There's 3 skills that you can change, and that is aurora javelin. You can either change it into toppling charge, purifying light, or total dark. So, but it's like you kind of want 1 CC on the bar, so I'll say it's between aurora javelin and toppling charge. Like this will be a capitalism, while this one allows you to build a more of a combo with aurora javelin. You'll go into a dark flare with aurora javelin into an ice comet and then Jesus beam. But a toppling charge will be a dark flare into a toppling charge into a sweeps and a Jesus beam. With, if you had the ice comet, you'll put the ice comet just before you do toppling charge, so your ice comet will drop, then you toppling charge into them so it stuns them, and that'll be your main combo. But dark flare it still hits really hard. It's still needed in the build, but it's up to you. You can either swap it for purifying light or total dark, but I've got total dark on the back bar, so I'll carry on showing you what the build is. And inner light, you can swap that for either vampire's bane to give you the crit and extra dot damage, although you do lose on that 5% Magicka, which is quite important, especially in an OCP campaign. So let's move these back. So I'm running this, but you can literally run it how like you use purifying light or dark flare, or you can use javelin instead of charge. But let's move on to the back bar. Oh, I forgot to show you my character stats. It's 29k, but just less than 30k Magicka. Front bar, just less than 29k health, 13k stam, 2553 spell damage, 20k crits, and it's and about 15k resist, 1743 crit resist, and 1452 magical. So like the problem is at the moment on the front bar you could literally run a sword and board, which I have been doing, but it's at the moment I think there's been a nerf to PvP, and the armor on the shield doesn't give you 3400. As you can see, my one is reinforced, but like the armor only says it's 2000. So as you just like, if I'm looking on my character stats, I'll literally be better off running a defending sword rather than a shield. Although the shield gives me the passives to block, you're only really on your front bar to deal damage and your back bar to defend. So I've stuck with dual wield for now, and that's why I kind of want a defending staff, because when you're on your back bar you kind of want to be as tanky as possible with the assist. I'll show you. So on the back bar, I've only got 27k Magicka, 28k health, 13k stam, and literally all the assists are the same. Even my magical recovery is lower. But there's reasons for this, because if I was running the defending staff, I'll probably hit 20k resist. So that's what I'm thinking of at the moment. But I'm just quickly showing out the build so you can like work around it into how you fit it yourself. So I'm gonna quickly go through the skills. We're running a total dark. This has been buffed from Morrowind patch, and it is really powerful. It literally is a reflect for 4.6 seconds. You literally lock down a Sork and the Magicka Nightblade. Any magic card they get locked down with this spell, and it gives you a lot of time, a lot of resource to like think about your moves. Against the stamina, there's no need for it. You won't really do much with it. So only when you're fighting Magickas will you be using this spell. So it's a removable spell, so you can either run Vampire's Bane if you wanted, or a Purifying Light on this back bar. These will give you much more time to change your skills around. Next, Breath of Life. I find Breath of Life to be better than the Honor the Dead, but it's up to you, because I play more in the group. I like to heal others. Then I'm running Ritual of Retribution, probably the most powerful purifier in the game. Low cost, and it even like helps you find Nightblades that are running around, since it does a dot in the floor. Then we're running Shuffle. Shuffle is still OP. I find it to be super OP, and you can't really go wrong with Shuffle. And then the Channel Focus, which is major resolve and major ward, and magical recovery. You can't really go wrong with this either. And then I've got the ultimate of Light's Champion, which is the Resto Staff ultimate. But what you can do is you can run Shuffle instead of Total Dark here, and you can run back into Repentance or Radiant Aura. But because I'm running Radiant Aura at the moment, I can't really, there's really no point in a Battlegrounds type of situation where you don't really fight into where you need enough like Magicka skill, because the fights don't really last as long as you want them to. Let me carry on to see where I should talk about next. So I've already talked about the front bar. You really want to only use the back bar for buffing. So like you have your Channel Focus, you put down your Shuffle, then you run into a start with either, if they're Magicka, you can start with that dark, the Eclipse, but I like to like leave it halfway through the game where they're about to fight you, just literally put a dark flare down, or and then an Eclipse, so it makes them look like they wanna like instant interrupt you. But while you're just about to do your dark flare, you cancel it, go into an Eclipse, then go back into a dark flare, throw down the javelin, and then execute them with Jesus beam. But other than that, I'm gonna quickly show you guys how to get this visible post. It's not really hard, it's just you kind of need a lot of alliance points. But let me quickly go there now. And put down this. Okay, so we're in Fardenfeld right now. This is the latest Morrowind update. So you want to travel to the Perfect City Wasteland, run across, and this is probably the best place to do all your things now, with all the enchantment and blacksmithing spots. There's a banker right here as well, but he's not showing up. Look, there's the banker. And then we're running to the Battleground Master. This is where you pick up your Battleground dailies. Other than that, you can buy the gear here. So if you're after the swords, the Reposte Swords, you buy these ones. And it's 12k a pop for the box. I spent so much trying to get them. Shout outs to Kalumanubi for the second sword. But right now I'm trying to do the resto staff, like the defender resto staff, so I'm going to show you how to do it. You buy 2 of these, you go into your inventory, your slottable items, and you open them. Vanguard challenge resto staff, and I needed it bad. Impregnable, can't believe it. I need to do it more now. But yeah, that's the build for now. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. But like, to be honest, you guys probably know what to do yourself, and this was just the way to make it better. So you'll start off here, you'll go into a channel focus, a shuffle, ritual retribution, and then you stay on your front bar as much as possible, because only your front bar has your Wisdom Riposte buff, where you take the critical damage you apply by the main. So it's like, when you're attacking others, it gives you a really good self-defense kind of thing, where like you'll be attacking them, attacking, then someone will hit you, and once you start getting hurt, just swap back. Because they got the by the main one, you can just literally out-heal their damage, out-heal, then you go back into a heavy attack and jump. Another trick is, I don't really want